I don't think it's this one.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Well, we're going to find out now. Yep, that was it. Okay, hey everybody, welcome back to the Mega Man X4 playthrough. We went through West Spire stages to get a heart capsule real quick, and we're done.
So with that said, we are going to get out of here.
We're going to escape. Escape.
Escapades.
Escapades. We're going to the Everglades.
Flushing Meadows.
Yeah. That sounds like a nice joint. Anyway, so we got the re-engine from Magma Dragoon, so we're going to head to Frost Walrus next.
Because fire beats ice.
Normally, when I'm doing a zero playthrough, I like to change up between Frost Walrus and Web Spider as the first Maverick I go after, because Frost Walrus is not bad with just the Buster. I mean, the Buster, the sword.
Saber. Considering how slow he is and how much of a hitbox he has, I mean, Jesus Christ.
And I think you can dash cancel him, too. Give it. No.
Right?
I think he's one of the only you can't dash, because of his invincibility frames are a little weird.
And his girth.
Yeah, and his massive dick.
I was just saying his belly. Yeah. Remember, he's like the third biggest thing in this game next to General and Double.
Sorry, that was a slow burn. Well, do I have to go back to the main route, though?
I would, just to play it safe. So this way you know you're not going to miss it, because the hard tank is early on somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
I do remember being in a cavern, but I think this here takes you a little past it.
I don't,
It's up there.
Yeah, it's right there. Yep, so that's the re-engine right there. Nice. I like that.
It's a good
Gotta
weapon.
say, though, which other game had the fire uppercut? Was that X6?
No. X6 had the fire down stab.
No, that was a Metal Downside. That was from Metal Shark Player.
No, that was X5 that had the, No, you're right.
It was X6.
Really?
Yeah. I like the X6 one more because don't get me wrong.
You're right.
Don't get me wrong. This looks cool, but it's slow as hell, and you're left wide open if you miss.
Wait, do a double jump and then that.
You can't.
Ah.
Yeah, because this is considered a special attack. Believe it or not. The one in X6 is just converts your upper slash from the end of your combo into a fire attack, which doesn't look as impressive, but it's way faster.
And you can chain your special attacks in that game too, I believe.
Yeah. Well, if you could have.
Yeah, I was able to do the. I was pretty goddamn sure I could do it. Like you can you can do a flaming uppercut and then chain the Metal Shark player's downward stab.
If you didn't do the other fucking downward stab.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
I'm going to be laughing at your misery when you're going for after all those damn hostages. If you're going for all that hostages.
If I'm doing X6.
You're doing X6. I did X for Brain Scratch.
If I'm doing X6, it is going to be done with X and the Ultimate Armor. I did it before without the Ultimate Armor and a Black Zero. Never again.
You have to cheat in that game.
You have to.
It would cheat, so you have to cheat back.
Oh, totally.
I think, if you know of anything, I find this guy harder than Frost Walrus when it comes to
Not really. You can cheat. Not really. He has an infinite. You can easily get a good shot on him with the rising upper.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, he's just he's pretty much just sitting duck.
I hate when he closes though.
I hate when he defends himself.
Yeah. You can't do that. I can do that. Can I ask you a question on that though? I was thinking about that a couple of days ago. Like, when we as gamers complain about a boss being cheap, or having like access to the same kind of skills that you do as a player going after them, what do you find a limit to how much a boss can do before you consider this is a bad boss in terms of design?
Oh, I got an easy example for you for that. Mega Man X6's Nightmare Mother. The boss is at home for a shoot 'em up. It is damn near impossible to do it without having the right set of parts and abilities available to you that you could potentially lose out on forever.
Yes.
When is it cheaper considered a bad boss by game design?
Yeah.
Plain and simple, whenever the odds are horrendously stacked against you to ridiculous extremes. Not like Dark Souls. Dark Souls actually manages to get a right balance. It's a difficult thing, and it's always a subjective point because, as I said before, when it comes to whenever we think we could judge that is basically what's our cutoff limit or what's our suspension of tolerable bullshit for us. And for every gamer, that's entirely different. Like, shit that well, let's use a Birth by Sleep story just for the sake of example here, even though it's not like a boss battle related trope.
No.
Like, I have more answers for it. Like, I think the story's just fine because it works from an Aesop angle, but if you were to like give me the face value approach to it, and that's still a perfectly viable valid viewpoint because, frankly, my patience for shit is maybe a little higher than yours. So I'm willing to like look a little deeper. Look a little deeper.
Deeper, but have a little more patience with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it just depends on what you consider your patient limits being, but there are some times where it's just like when you have to put the foot down. And when it comes to the X6's Nightmare Mother,
yeah,
that shit is an utter luck-based boss on the harder difficulties. There's no two ways around that one because it all depends on whether or not the boss in question... Basically, if the boss's attacks, abilities, physics are not playing by your rules in physics, like, or it's just like some really stupid fucking ideas. Like, for example, Durgisur versus Arc Azul. You know, the boss that is immune to projectiles in a third-person shooter. So then you're left with really your claw, which does jack shit, and your magic, which does jack shit jack. Or you can get into your super boss form and bitch slap him back, which leads to either Arc Azul getting stun locked completely in a AI lock, or Azul retaliates against you and you're stun locked to death. Shit like that will usually constitute bad boss design when you're easily at the risk of getting cheesed to death. Such as, you know, Walrus would be considering you bad boss design because he had no choice against you.
Yeah. From Walrus's perspective, I am a horribly designed boss battle.
Right.
You know.
Fucking anime shit.
Yeah. You are an anime, Frost Walrus. You are an anime.
No, I was a redneck, right?
I thought it was a walrus.
Alright, anyway, Huret Susan over here is basically your downward stab.
Yeah.
By the by, even though we're praising X4 for being really original with the zero playstyles, 5, 6, and I'm going to guess 7 and 8 do the exact same shit. Yeah, it's a different element, but odds are good you're going to have a rising uppercut, a downward uppercut, and a double jump.
Yes, there's always a double jump at very least. Yes. I want the West Spider again.
I'm going to burn the jungle down.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what can I do? It's like, okay.
It's a 0. This is a badly designed jungle.
Yeah. It's okay, though. We're playing on the X collection, so the load times are not really a thing. Just don't pick West Spider again, John. Now, we already did Jet Stingray, so we don't need to go back to him. We already
there's only, in fact, if you're doing it, then the pathway Johnny's really doing it, there's really only one path, only one time you got to go back for anything, and that would probably be Web Spider. This being the other one if you mess up on the races.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
You only have to win 2 of them with 0. The downside is I don't remember which 2.
Let's try and S them all, then, just to be safe.
Because only one of them is like an extra life.
Yeah, and 0 does not have any light capsules, so...
Yeah, so they're replaceable for an extra life.
Off to a great start. It's okay.
It's like when you're... Yeah, the spin slash you have will cut those off in one piece hit, so you're safe to try to do that again. And just barely.
Yeah, just barely got it.
Woo! Woo! This is just an extra life.
Hey, it's an extra life I didn't have before.
One more chance to fuck up. He's like, oh shit! Ah. Remember, your jumping spin slash in this game, in this level, will do the same effect as the soul body to those orbs.
The thing is that I don't know. Sometimes I just can't combine them two as well as I want to.
It happens.
Yeah. All right, one more to go. This is the hardest one. Well, it's a vertical climb.
Right, but here's the thing: Zero has it easier since you have all of his abilities for it. Remember, you can double jump and shit too, all up this shit, and make it a really smooth vertical ascent. Case in point. All right. Just dash through, and you're done. Almost.
Almost.
Oh, why couldn't you climb ladders faster?
Oh, fuck you, Zero. Because you really don't want that E-Tank.
I imagine that was in Wily's blueprints. Like, why would I want him to climb ladders faster?
Why do I want him to kill me? As he was designing base.
Anyway, this is, again, the same shit. It's just as easy as it was on my run.
I'm just wondering, like, why did he design base again?
Base was an attempt to destroy Mega Man. The only thing is he managed to he created base because, according to the source material, Base is created off of a something called Basinum,
Yeah.
which powers up his armor.
Which I think he found by accident.
Right. Which is honestly, in my own personal headcanon, why Base kind of had to die. Because at some point, like, Base, they just ran out of the material they needed to sustain Base's lifespan, and thus, Base dies.
Yeah, the fate of Base is never really elaborated on.
I imagine that's part of him you're wearing.
Oh my god!
You never thought of that?
Well, no, not for the black armor, no.
Yeah, but I like to incorporate it. It makes a nice little headcanon. But, Matt, that's not what they say in the official goods, guys. Yeah, have some fucking fun with your interpretation, shitheads. So,
game theory.
A game theory. Mr. Game explained his base 0. Anyway.
Where's Ness from Earthbound?
Anyway, Anyway, it's easy to cheese the shit out of this dude once you have your fire sword. The only thing you might want to remember, as I said before, and as Johnny just demonstrated right there, Cyber Peacock, if he's going to immediately pop in right next to you, he's most likely going to uppercut, or he's going to do the Giga attack thing he does, which is spreads out his talent. Now, the thing is, though, is that sometimes it's a bit difficult to judge precisely which of the two he's going to do. So my thing is, I like to try to get Peacock on either the far left or the far right. No, that's not a political joke. Get him on the far left or far right. Bait him so that you can easily get away from him if he's going to do one or the other, and then pick him off.
Yeah, the only thing that bugs me about Cyber Peacock's fight is when he teleports right next to you.
Right, but here's the thing, though, as you just demonstrated in the fight, it's not an instantaneous hit.
No, it's not.
So you get like a split second.
Split second to dash out of the way. But it makes me fidgety. That's why I don't like it.
Right.
No, he's a bird.
Raku Ho-Ha, which does admittedly sound like a nice Hawaiian dish.
He's a bird, so it makes me pidgety, I guess. Fucking birds.
So now that's technically Zero's Giga attack to a degree. And no, it's really just like a spread shot.
Yeah.
We'll show that off in the next dungeon when we come back, I guess.
Yeah, because we're going to call it a part here. Next part, we're going to finish off the rest of the Mavericks with Storm Owl and Slash Bees.
Repliforce.
Junior Repliforce.
Junior Mavericks.
Yeah, you know what? Storm Owl does look like he belongs more of like the third or fourth Boy Scouts.
He does.
We'll see if that's actually true in the next part.